Thank you for listening, everybody, as we continue our conversation with Roger Salloom. You've had all of these different influences, right?
Right.
And so how do you combine all of those into your own sound and your own music?
Well, I'm sort of a feral creature. I just put it all together somewhere inside my soul and my head, and I combine songs that sound a little country and a little soulful, a little R&B, and a lot of rock and roll and roots, and it just sort of comes out. I don't really say, "Oh, I think I'll make this country," or "I think I'll make this something else." I mean, sometimes I'll say, "I want to start out that way," but invariably, you hear a little Bob Dylan, you hear a little Van Morrison, and it's just who I am. And I think we're all better off being ourselves. What was his name? Oscar Wilde said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken."
That's for sure.
So, I'm just going to be myself.
And so, what's your favorite part of this whole experience?
Of being a musician, or
and performing,
Performing. Well, the truth is, my two favorite things are listening to songs in the recording studio when they're done, or when we're making them. That's really exciting to me. And then also, I love performing for people for two reasons. It makes me feel good in a cathartic kind of release way, and I love making other people feel good just as much, or sometimes even more so. If I can make someone feel good out there, some lonely person who feels isolated and quite unhappy, or if I can make somebody laugh. I've been known to tell, my quirky humor, and people like it, and I love to make people feel good. It just is it's a real treat to see people get exhilarated, and we do that. We really, really do that. We're very good.
Absolutely. So
we get standing ovation encores now with the band that's coming to the Hanover. We get it all the time.
Ooh. So what are some of the songs that you think that you'll be singing and performing at the Hanover Theatre?
Well, I'm going to do this one song I wrote about Worcester called "I Got to Get Out of Worcester," because people from Worcester like it. I wrote it at a time when Worcester was really struggling. There was no medical community the way there is now, and it was really having a hard time when I was there in the 70s. And I wrote this song, and I play it, and people like it. It's fun. It's supposed to be self-corrective, for the city of Worcester. So I'll probably play that one, and I'll probably play a Jimmy Reed tune, because Charles played with Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed is a famous blues player. He had a top 10 hit record in America, but he passed away. And we'll probably do that, and I actually have a set list made up. We'll probably do a song I wrote about my wife, without whom I would not even be playing music.
Aww.
Let me see if I can find that set list, because I've already made up the set list, sort of.
How long do you think that you'll be performing?
Well, whatever the theater wants me to do, that's what I'll do.
Ooh.
Let's see, Out of Worcester, another song called "In the Snow." I have about 170,000 views of my music online and different sites around the world.
Okay, and so
this one song, "In the Snow," has got about 40,000. And that's set in Worcester during the late 60s.
But before the blizzard of 78.
Yes, it was.
Because, see, that was big news that we're still talking about. So your song about snow before the blizzard of 78, that was a real song before its time.
I think my list shows that Jessica's going to sing "At Last," that famous song by Etta James.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to do "Watermelon Man," because Charles really loves jazz, and he's got a Grammy Award for it, and that's a Herbie Hancock song.
Oh, fun.
So, and we'll probably do "Shake, Rattle, and Roll," which was a Big Joe Turner song, as well as Bill Haley and the Comets. He recorded it after Big Joe Turner, but Big Joe Turner was the original guy who wrote or recorded "Shake, Rattle, and Roll." Big Joe Turner goes so far back, he predated the use of microphones. So he had to sing over his horn section and his rhythm section. And he was very big, physically large. And Charles says that even when he had a microphone, he would sometimes not use it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we all have to do what we've got to do, right?
What's that?
We all have to do what we have to do. Work
Yeah.
with what we have. So you've been doing this for a while, and I read somewhere that you started as a 13-year-old banjo player. Is that right?
Yeah, that's quite right. Actually, I think I was 14. And my first show was a benefit at the YMCA on Main Street in Worcester for some little children at a park.
Oh, fun.
And it was me and the guy who co-founded the band Orpheus, Bruce Arnold, and I was playing banjo. And I was 14, not 13, and that was the first show I did. And then the first big show I did was at the Worcester Auditorium with Jose Feliciano. At the time, he had a giant hit called Light My Fire.
Wow. So any words of wisdom for people who are starting out?
Yeah, don't.
Okay, that was not exactly the positive, gushing reinforcement for follow your dreams that I was looking for, but your advice is don't do it.
So, if you are obsessed and you can't get it out of your head and you want to be a performer, then you must do it.
Right.
And you should do it. But if it's a frivolous idea and you want to do it to meet girls, or even if you want to do it to get rich, or you want to do it to get alcohol or drugs or something, don't do it for any of those reasons. You have to do it because you are completely nuts about doing it.
Yeah.
Because it is such a hard life.
Yeah. Well, everybody has challenges in their career. Everything is getting more and more competitive, but what I've heard from other people, and I think yourself too, is if you're truly passionate about something, you really love it, stick with it, because that's what's going to pay off.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful thing to perform and to make people's lives brighter, and it's a big deal to make people feel good.
Right.
I mean, it is a big deal, and I love doing it.
Now, Roger, when was the last time you were in Worcester?
Let's see. It was probably for a personal reason. Oh boy, I went to see a woman named Mary Achu. She's quite a bit older than me, and she was in a nursing type facility, and I went to see her, I think, about 6 months ago. I think that was the last time I was in Worcester, and I went specifically to see her. My wife goes to Worcester for her work all the time. She works for the Department of Public Health, so I think I rode in with her, and I went to see, I call her BM for Big Mouth, A2, and we had fun talking. But her husband has passed away, and I just wanted to comfort her and share the old times.
Well, so the good news there is you've seen a lot of the changes that are happening down here in downtown Worcester. And it's a far cry from the 70s, 80s, 90s, even early 2010. And I'm excited for you to see how much has changed even in the last 6 months as far as the streets and the walkability and the number of people that are here. And this whole area is really coming back and really rejuvenating our surroundings. So I'm really excited that you'll be able to, as a homeboy, leave and then come back and feel really good about what Worcester has done.
I really do feel that Worcester is a success story now. And I didn't feel that way back then. But I do now.
Good.
Because I've seen so much go on. I mean, I think I've been there since I went to CBM, but I'm not sure. I just can't recollect when I was there. One of my best friends in my life lives in Worcester, so I talk to him a couple times a week easily. And then I go to Hyder's Market once in a while, which I love seeing Eddie Hyder. But I go for other reasons, and I enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I used to go and have these visions. I'd see my old friends on the corners, which were never there. Because I was half visionary, half, fantasizer, I guess.
Well, so if people want to find out more about you, more about your music before you come to the Hanover Theatre, where should they go?
They can go to rogersalloom.com and poke around. They can also just Google me, and they'll see all kinds of stuff. They can watch that film about me. It won 6 awards. It's a good film. Grammy Magazine recommended it as one of the top 10 films in the last 10 years. And that's some of the things they can do. I had a blog. I haven't done it for a while, but that you can look up. They're archived somewhere on the internet, and you can see some of my thoughts about things and know if they come to the Hanover that I'm going to do my best to make them feel good.
Absolutely. And so if you are interested in the audience of seeing Roger Salloom, Aaron Neville, Charles Neville, it's going to be a fabulous evening, and that's Wednesday, November 13th. It's a 7:30 performance. Tickets, of course, are available online at thehanovertheatre.org. And we do have some clips to preview the show, mostly of Aaron. I do know that on rogersalloom.com, Roger has links to many of his songs, as well as a trailer for that movie. So lots of great information and resources for people out there. Roger, it's been so nice having you on the program. We're looking forward to you making us laugh and enjoying your music along with Charles and Aaron, and we'll see you at the theater.
Lisa, thank you so much for having me and being a part of that incredible bright light that the Hanover Theatre is on Main Street in Worcester.
You're welcome, and thank you.
I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful place that does great things.
Thank you.
Sure.
We will see you soon.